past lives. We have all heard the terminology about living many lives and being reincarnated here on earth, and yeah, it's a conception that is both in Hinduism and in Buddhism and many of the Eastern philosophies and religions. Unfortunately, we in the West have moved a little past that. We unfortunately think that we live only one life, and when this life is over, then we will sit, at least by the Christian religion, we will sit with our Father, God, and yeah, I don't know what they think we are doing with our Father God. Maybe we just sit and observe and rest on our laurel leaves, or for some of you, unfortunate, of course, in the Christianity we have hell, and for those of you who haven't been nice, you unfortunately go to hell. Now, I don't believe in that conception, because I think that hell is here, where we live, here and now. My belief is that earth is the hell, with a trial and trial and how is it called? Trial and retribution, is it called? All the things that we are being put through here on earth, with both grief, deceit, violence, greed, but also on the other side we also experience joy, fortunately love, and also happy days. So yeah, it's not all black and white. Now, the reason why I wanted to do a past life reading is two reasons. First of all, I had recently had many experiences with deja vu from my past lives, and I had one very extreme the other day, and I recalled suddenly I was walking outside, and I live by the ocean. I live on an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and it can be very rough, you know. And I was walking, and there are a lot of boats, ships, small ships, sailboats at harbor here where I live. People that come traveling around from different places in Europe, coming here. And suddenly I saw a boat, and it was something strange about this boat. And of course it was something about the flag. And then I suddenly recalled a flashback from a previous life. I was suddenly on a huge ship, and it was a terrible storm. It was raining, and the boat was rocking back and forth. It was a terrible whether we were in an extreme storm. So I was at the end of the boat. I have no recognition now about boats these days, but I feel that if I wasn't the captain, I at least was the first steerman. Is it called that? I'm not sure. Yes, the degree below the captain. And yeah, I just had to stop walking because it was so intense, and I started to sway, and it felt almost like I was going to faint. So I took a pause and recuperated myself, and I was thinking about, now I understand why I hate going by boat. I have never been comfortable being on any types of boats, even a small rowing boat. It really frightens me. So yeah. So what does our past lives, when you start to recognize them, because I got a message from another lady that is channeling messages from the angels, and she had gotten the message from the angels that we all would start to recall our past lives more and more now. And yeah, what can we learn? What do our past life have to teach us now in the present moment? So yeah, let's see what Spirit had to say about this question. Yes, it was a little long intro. I'm sorry about that, but it's important to give you a little bit insight of how I first of all choose the readings that I choose, and second of all give you some examples within that maybe you can recognize in your own life. So yeah, with that said, I pulled out some oracle cards. Maybe these can give us a direction of what our past life can teach us about our current life. So let's see. Clear the vessel. This is about, of course, emotions and keeping yourself clean and clear, both outside and inside. I got so many messages today about how you feel internally is showing externally, you know, the expression as above, so below. So maybe there is something about your emotions, because you have a lot of water here. Maybe there is something about your emotions that needs to be released, and maybe you feel that there are still some emotions that are keeping you stuck. And yeah, I can reflect a little bit more about that, because I watched a video, I watched a lot of videos, obviously. Someone from a home country talking about how can I say it? An exercise, a group exercise to get to know yourself more. And this was, they were sitting in a circle, and the people, you were sitting there in the center, I think, and the people around, they were asking and a lot of questions to get to know you better. And of course you can choose if you want to answer or not, but I understood it, that it, of course, to help you move along, it was better to be honest and yeah, answer directly. So there is something about releasing some emotions. That maybe you have brought with you from past lives. Okay, let's look further on. Believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life, and maybe that is why I channeled in the intro about our Western way of thinking about our lives. We only think that we have one life and that's it, and when we exit this world, as I said, we just fly up to heaven and we sit beside our Father, the God, in heaven, and that's it. But our past lives is telling us that yeah, I feel that this is, like one day you're gone, next day you're back. It's a little bit like that. It's the illusion. Remember that we are living in an illusionistic world. Yeah. It feels real when we live here, but giving birth. I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So each and every time that you are being reborn, you are bringing in new and dynamic energy into this 3D world, because you have up-leveled, right? You have leveled up. So each and every time that we visit planet Earth in a new vessel, we bring in new and dynamic energy. Think about this. The evolution of mankind, right? From first of all, how magical, wasn't it, when we discovered the element of fire? Before that, we lived a life that was very harsh, and yeah, we had to eat food that we couldn't cook. So it was mostly plant-based food, right? But what happened when we discovered the element of fire? Turned around our world upside down, right? All the discoveries that mankind have experienced through generations, both good and bad. Look at how we have developed the technology, the world of technology. Ooh. The world of technology. And this has moved very fast, at least the last 10 years, right? The shift of the millennia was absolutely a pivotal point. Yeah. So remember that, first of all, as above, so below. You consciously and emotionally create the life through your vessel as you want it. You can choose to live a miserable life, or you can choose to live a happy life. Remember that it's all an illusion, right? This vessel, yeah, it feels real. But I've seen when spirit is exiting the body from a human, and it's like an orb, you know? It's like an orb. And I just saw it in just, I would want to say, yeah, maybe a couple of seconds. It went really, really fast. But it was absolutely amazing. And what happens after we exit this world? I have no idea. Maybe is something I will ask in another reading. I don't know. But remember that each and every time that you come down to earth here in a new vessel, you bring in new and dynamic energy each and every time. Excuse me. Past experiences. It was someone that was talking about why is it always like when people are talking about their past life, they always say that they have lived as a king or a queen or something, right? Why you are as rich as a king or a queen, either way, if you are born as a king or a queen, right? But yeah, the experience that I have had with seeing my past life, I live a totally normal life, except from one life that I know that I was some kind of princess or something. But each and every other life I have lived just as a normal person, no? I have to think, puzzle a little bit about this King of Pentacles energy. Okay. Past life. How can this teach? What does past life has to teach us in our present life now? What does our past life have to teach our present life? Okay. So, push it a little up, and I hope that we can see each and everything. Yeah. Okay, first of all, we saw the 7 of Wands coming in the reverse. Remember that life is not a competition. Maybe that is something we always forget when we come down here to earth, at least someone, you know. Some people keep forgetting that when we come here, it's you're not competing with other than yourself to be a better version of yourself than you wasn't in the previous life. Knight of Wands. Strength. Beautiful strength card. You know, the polar bear is the most dangerous predator living on earth. And the last one, the 2 of Pentacles. The journey. Usually, you know, excuse me, the 2 of Pentacles is always marked in an infinity, infinity sign. So, oh, I just had to cough really, really bad. So, you know that this journey is an infinite journey. You will never maybe break free from this journey. And sometimes in some life you are a guy, and in another life you are a woman. And this is keep going on and on and on and on. And you have seen many sunrises, you have seen many sunsets, you have shared many meals with the opposite sex, or yeah, or with the same. You have been on this journey for many lifetimes, and you have experienced dangerous situations, but you have overcome each and every one of them there, because as I said, the polar bear is the most dangerous predator living on earth, of course, because it lives in a in an environment where it's not easy to find food. And you have experienced a lot of magic. Look at all the fairies here. So maybe you have experienced something, some dangerous situation that you felt maybe all hope was lost, and miraculously you came out of it. You have fought many battles with the Knight of Wands. You have fought many battles, both internal and external, but with, as I said, with the strength here, you have overcome it. And each and every time you come here to earth, you bring in new and dynamic energy with the Knight of Wands here. Don't forget that you are important. Just as important as any other. We need your energy, we need your dynamic. Let's look at the back. the Ace of Cups. Yeah, each and every time when you exit this life, you have always realized that the clue, the intention with the life that you had just have lived was always about filling your cup with experiences and getting emotional knowledge, so you could enter in through the portal. You have the Urus rune here, so you could enter through the portal to a rebirth into a new better version of yourself, more experienced version of yourself. So a very interesting reading, I must say. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, the King of Pentacles. I know what this is talking about. Remember that you have all the equipment with you when you come down here to Earth to make the life you want. You want to become rich, you actually have the gift with you to become rich. You want to become a professor, whatever you want. You have all the tools, you have all the gifts with you to make this journey. You don't come here without any gifts, and you're not put here without any talents, right? Because there is an experience that you are meant to have on this journey that is, as I said, that is eternally. It is infinite, the infinite journey. Yeah. Okay. I thank you so much for watching this interesting message, and I'll see you again in another reading very soon. Bye.